Hello and welcome to this edition of Intern Insights. I'm your host, Dr. Bruce Finkley. I'm the Mass Communication Internship Coordinator here at the University of Montevallo. Internships allow students in a variety of academic disciplines to gain valuable real-world experience, and this web series will highlight some of the interesting things some of our Mass Comm students are doing. On this episode, I'm joined by Lauren Altaffer, who interned at NewsChannel 5, the CBS affiliate in Nashville, Tennessee. Hi, Lauren. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with describing what a typical day was like for you as an intern in Nashville.
So every day, mind you, I am from Tennessee. I'm from the Nashville area. I am an hour outside of Nashville, so I would have to commute. So mind you, I did do it in the morning, and with my hour commute, I'd have to get up super early because it's called rush hour. But I got there, walked in, I had my code. We had our own parking spot for the entire thing. So I'd walk in, sit down at my computer, had our own personal computer. I'd stack, rundowns, or I'd write the hotlines. I'd especially come up with tweets. Social media was a huge thing. I'd get up from that, after everyone had checked it, and I'd go welcome our guest. Our guests were the most important thing and the single thing that I was in charge of, just making sure they were comfortable and here and etc. Dealing with them was a huge part of my task. And then after that, make sure everyone leaves, have a great show, everyone leaves, and then I was in charge of putting things online. So yes, my internship dealt mostly online, but also it was huge, like I said, guests, just being welcoming and open to everyone who came in.
Awesome. So you really had the opportunity to work both with social media management as well as content management, content production. So there are a couple terms that folks at home may not be familiar with, like rundown and hotline, those type of things. Describe for us what those are.
So our hotline, what it is basically a recap of what goes on during the show, and it can't be posted till after the show. So that way people who are watching at home who want to look up a recipe or something like that, they are able to do that by just clicking a button, and I put it up there.
Awesome.
So it's a huge tool for people at home. And also, I forgot to mention that my particular segment that I was in charge of was all entertainment. So whenever I mention a cooking show or guest, that's who I dealt with. That's why, is because it was under entertainment category. I wasn't in the hard news department. I was in entertainment department. So it was really interesting in that way because that's what I originally thought I wanted to do. And still do to a certain extent, but entertainment is just a great field to go into. And so hotline, that's how that goes up. I put it up there on the web, and you said social media is such a huge thing, and also something that I kind of feel like we're missing at a little bit. We are getting so much better at it. But just during my internship, I learned so much with social media.
So what were some of the things that you got to experience, got to get your hands on while you were at your internship that help you be a better student now that you're back on campus?
Patience.
Goes a long way in this business, doesn't it?
It really does. Time management, especially. Maybe I should have said time management over patience, but time management is so big. Dealing with the different factors of everyone coming in at once and dealing with everyone's needs, and I have to manage my time a lot better. I'm a good student, but I am a better student if I plan things.
Right.
Kind of like, during we do in our shows, or a rundown is planned. So that's just what has helped me work through this semester, taking 7 classes, 2 of which are online, and the other 5 here on campus. So it's just really I have to think and plan accordingly.
Right. And being in that real world environment and having to meet real world deadlines is something that, even when we're here and we say it's due at this time and treat that like your deadline, you turn it in late. Yeah, we may knock off some points, but when you're in that newsroom and they say, you missed your deadline, that's a big deal because you don't get to say, oh, can I have 5 more minutes before my segment starts? So I think that that's a great experience for you to have, that, you know, that real pressure cooker environment of what a newsroom is like. So I think you brought a couple of pictures for us to look at, because you got to be in a pretty cool studio. You got to meet some famous people. Yes. So let's describe for us what we're seeing there.
So here is our studio. This particular picture, you can see the cooking desk. You can see our weather. That's Charlie right over there in the back. That's our
the one stretching out.
Yeah, exactly. He's like pointing up here at a cloud sort of thing. And then over there in the far corner is Meryl, who is the host for Talk of the Town, which was the segment I was under. It's a beautiful studio. You know, offers all kinds of things. We can move so much. And this. Oh my gosh, she was so wonderful. She's actually a country music singer, Amy Grant. She's also a songwriter. I got to meet her, and she was the most down-to-earth thing. If anyone loves country music, being from Nashville, yes, I'm biased, so I do love country music. But she is the most wonderful, sweet thing ever, and gave me some really encouraging words and compliments. This is everyone's favorite mom from Everybody Loves Raymond, Doris Roberts. She's precious. Oh my gosh, she is precious. And to factor in time management with this and Doris, her being such a huge celebrity and having a complete entourage of people with her, good luck. just do the best you can, but overall she was precious.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you really had a great experience. So tell us who these people are.
This is Jody Messina. She's another country music artist, and the girl beside her, opposite of me, is Allie Harper. She was my other intern partner. And let me just tell you that our internship coordinator paired us together, and we are still to this day good, if not best friends.
Oh, well, good.
And this is Michael Yo, who I'm sure everyone knows him. He's been on Chelsea Lately, E! News, etc. He's a comedian, wonderful, such a great guy. Got tickets to his show, VIP, all that stuff. So there was a lot of perks coming from him, but not only was he a great guy. Mm-hmm. So those were just a couple people that I got to meet. Yeah. Overall, like, you know, my every day was like that. Mm-hmm. Every day was somebody new. Every day was a celebrity. Yeah, it's not all glitz and glam because I had to do the brutal work.
Yeah.
But it was incredible.
Exactly. And, you know, a lot of people don't even realize all the behind the scenes people that it takes to make even just a little show like this. I mean, we've got almost a dozen people just to pull this off. So when you think about a show like that with those big name celebrities, it takes a lot of people, a lot of work, a lot of dedication.
A lot of time.
So last question. What advice would you give to a Mass Comm student who was hoping to have the same type of internship that you had?
Go for it. Network like crazy, which is something I like to think I'm rather good at. Like I enjoy getting to know people, and it doesn't matter if you're just going to coffee by yourself, do it. Mm-hmm. So, and not only go for it and apply, but just be out there, be in your field, know what you want to do. And actually, since my internship last summer, I've now changed it, changed what I wanted to do. Originally, last summer going into this internship, why I chose that particular internship is because I thought I wanted to go in entertainment. Mm-hmm. And I do to a certain extent, but I now want to go into sports.
Awesome.
Sports as an entertainment. And I now have an internship with the same company, same station, just in their sports section.
Good. And that's the beauty of an internship is it's a dry run for the real world. And if you get out there and you realize, maybe this isn't what I want to do, it's so much better to realize that now as a student so that way you can still use those last few semesters and say, hey, I want to refocus, let me maybe have a different experience. And I'm so glad that you have had that experience.
That's
so
what
now
happened
that
to me.
You're going to be able to go back and fine tune exactly what you want. So that's going to be great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we've got for this episode of Intern Insights. If you'd like more information about mass communication internship opportunities, feel free to stop by my office in the Mass Comm building anytime, or you can email me at bfinkley@montevallo.edu. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.